Hi, welcome to African Couture Center. Now this is that side of our business where we take you back into the African fashion to show you all the beautiful things that the African people have that we use for both weddings, for occasions, for visits, for whatever the big event is. We have so many fashionable things to wear. And as usual, we bring them to you so you start appreciating them, especially for the younger ones who don't know. There's a lot of culture and tradition way back in Africa. So welcome on board, and my name is Joy Fido, and I am going to be taking you through this whole process today. So just to get us started, you can see the way I'm dressed, and you can see my natural afro hair. I wanted you to see it today. I always tend to show you once in a while, because other times you see me with my wig and people start going crazy like, how come she never shows her hair? How come she's talking natural hair when she doesn't wear natural hair? I wear natural hair. This is all mine. There's nothing in this. It's all mine. Anyway, back to what we're doing today. So you can see me with just a piece of what we call the wrapper over my chest. And what I've done, this is an outfit for weddings generally. So what I've done, I've taken one of those strings which I showed you in one of the last videos. I'll show you again, and I've just tied it across my chest, and I've folded the wrapper deeper in to hold me really firmly. Now once that's done, the next thing is this glamorous thing. Now this particular one is not the real thing. This is supposed to be coral beads, but when you don't really have that much money to invest into it, you can go for, these are not corals, these are just regular beads, but they look exactly like corals. The main theme of today is the coral beads, and what I'm wearing on my neck, the necklace, is the original coral beads. The thing with them is they're really heavy and they come from the deep sea. So for the typical Ogoni people, River State people in Nigeria, eastern part of Nigeria, this is the height of jewelry. So while people are spending lots of money on gold, this is where we spend lots of our money. So this is all coral beads, and the theme of today is coral beads. So you're going to be seeing so many different things with coral beads. The earring is all coral beads, and that's the original thing. And the bangle itself, this bit down here, is all coral beads, but this is not. This and this are same, but everything else are the original things, and I'll be telling you which one is original and which one is not. So you then get this, and if you was a really heavy wedding going on, you get the original coral beads to make this. So what you then do is get this and wear it. So it's a bit like a top, and that's it. So now it's a bit like you want a blouse on your wrapper, but this is exactly how it comes. So the next stage now will be to glamorize and accessorize everything that you want. You can see here I deliberately wore my regular bangles. You could also have used part of this to wear on this side if you wanted to. Interesting thing is the wrapper. Okay, so the next thing you want to know what I have is this wrapper. Now I've got them as two, but when you really dressed up like that, you don't really need to have the two. I wanted you to see that you could have them as two, and you could also, like I've done the two wrapper video, you could tie them regularly as two wrapper with a regular top on it. But this wrapper is one of the highest level of our fashion as well. If you can see really deep into it, you see all the beads sewn everywhere in there. It's like really the essence of glamour itself. You see the beads at the end of the fabric. I can't make out what this fabric is called. It's not velvet, it's softer than velvet, and it's really beautiful. We call it India. And when you're having your traditional wedding, this is one of the first things you should have. for that grand special evening party. My wedding, I had it in blue color, so this is the white of it. So this wrapper is what would then support your accessories. That's what will show that now you're really getting married to a really hopefully wealthy home. You got all the money to spend. So now we'll tie this with one dot. So the next stages will be all the other accessories. Now before we go there, I'd like to thank everyone who's been writing in and again thanking me for bringing all these fashionable ideas to their attention, because they didn't know anywhere to go to get support. So people asking for the headgears, the gele, people asking for the jewelry, people asking for the wrappers. So we're here to help as always. So if you need any of these accessories, any of these fashionable things, because they're specialists, they are so difficult to find, and like I always said, because I have a personal love and interest for them, somehow in my head I don't believe things like this should die out, because there's so much emphasis on Western fashion. People tend to forget beautiful, glamorous things like this, and I probably am one of the generation that just think it should continue to be there. So I want as many younger people to get into this fashion as possible. Contact us, more than happy to get them for you. Now most of these really heavily beaded ones come from India, and that's why this one's called India. And then the other ones we do, which are the laces, come from Switzerland and sometimes Austria. So I'm happy to help you get these things in. Okay, so if you noticed, I wore this one in my hand. This is how it comes, and it's a bit like a ring. So you put it on and then you put your finger in it. Hold on, I think I may have put it too far. Okay, your finger goes in there and then you pull it down, and that's your ring supposedly. So thereafter you could decide to maybe put some other ring on, or just put a ring on the other side. And if you want it to be really lavish, you could have it on both sides of your hand. There's no rules, you decide what you want. Now you can see me holding like a crown. This goes into the whole accessories as well, and this equally is not the original one, but you're going to see the original one in another design. So this matches with that one, and you just put it on. And that's you complete, if this was what you wanted to wear. So I'm just going to give you different choices as to how you may decide to appear. If you want a set like that, it's something that can be easily made. All these things are handmade, they're designer made. They're not things you can walk into the shop and get. So that done, and that done, and then you accessorize it whichever way you like. And this is the first part of how you could have appeared ready for your traditional wedding. Okay, so you can see me now. This is the original coral beads. It's a heart, all made of corals, and this is really painstaking time. It's very heavy to get this. And as if that's not enough, they've made it in a lovely little purse as well. Now these two together is where the money is. It's very expensive to get them done, and done properly as well, because it's a lot of work these people go through to create this amazing thing. And I thought, yes, this is something to show everyone, to see how glamorous our fashion is. So you just put it on whichever way makes you happy. And this was one of the reasons I decided to get my hair out as well, so the hat can suit me. So you see how I've just put it on, and that's it. So whatever you want to do with the hair, and just make sure it's all packed away from your crown, so the hat can sit really nicely on your crown. And then you go with your purse. which has nothing in it at the moment. And that's you complete. So what I've done is I've accessorized this with a red shoe, because there's a lot of, well, there's a color called coral, so it's a coral color which got hints of red in it. So that's me in my complete outfit. And the next thing I'll be doing is put other rings on, and if it was a hot day, probably put on my sunglasses, and I'm ready for my wedding. And if you wanted to see what the back looks like, so that's the hair. So the most important part is getting that piece of fabric tied across, and then it's a bit like wearing a dress but without, like a strapless dress. So that's all that's happened here, and then this just goes on to create the illusion of a top. And then all your various, now when it comes to corals, there's so many different designs. This is not just the ordinary, all there is. I deliberately chose this, my sister called it broken look, like it's all broken, so it's not rounded. They have the types that are really rounded, but if you notice what I've got here with the bangles and the earrings, they're all having that same effect of the broken look. So that's why I chose the broken heavy beads for my necklace. So if you wanted to see other designs, there's so many other designs, but this was, again, like I said, designer made, because I chose the coral myself and I asked them to make it for me. It does take time to make, but that's the look. Okay, so we've shown you with the heart, we've shown you with a bit of a jewelry, crown jewelry. Now we're coming with the gele again. So those are choices you have. You could decide to put on that hat that I showed you, put on the crown, or you can tie yourself a lovely headgear, or gele as we call it, and it will assemble everything for you. So I just want to give you a hint of when I tie the head tie with this outfit for you to see how it looks. At least that way you can decide which one suits you best, which one you would like to go for, and then you go ahead and make your decision and do what you need to do. So here we go again, and you remember when we tie this, you have choices. I've chosen this particular color because it has a hint of red in it. So again, you always have to color blend whatever you're wearing. I could have worn a completely red head tie, but I didn't feel like doing that because I think I wore red before in another video, so I just thought, why not wear something different? So again, this just glamorizes the whole idea. Now there are two ways you can tie your gele. You either take it back, which is it goes like this, or you take it up. Remember how we fold one side and leave the other side completely free? The longer side, and you take it like that. And so you hold it where you have the choice of having like a V front. So I'm going to play with this now, and then as I'm going on, I'll be showing it to you. Okay, remember this is not where we're really learning how to tie this, so I'm not going to go much into detail in showing you this. I'll just be showing you once I've created a look that I like. So if you want to see how to tie the gele in different ways, watch the other videos we've done. But for now, I just want to create something that matches with this outfit for you to see what it looks like with the big gele on. So you can see what I've created. This is one of those really lovely fabrics that I like working with. They're not that difficult to work with, and so all you do is create the base and then start pulling them into shape, which is what I've done in a few videos. Now what I love so much about this particular headgear or head tie is that color that sits across, and so the colors in the head tie as well as sitting at the base of it. So my idea of looking beautiful with this is to make sure that one color really stands out so you can see how it comes across, and then you can decide to take it down, take it up, do whatever makes you happy. So the design I worked with is the one that I went across like that. I didn't go with a V. Sometimes I love the V and sometimes I just love going across, so that's what I've done. And then I'm gonna get my usual signature, which is the brooch, and I just put it anywhere I like. It could be straight on, it could be on the side. Now remember, if you wanted to go out with this would not sit on a regular top or a blouse. That's why it goes on something that's a bit topless, because this is the beauty of it. It looks like a top in itself. Now it's all made of beads, but it's a top. So if you wanted to wear this, you just have to wear something that's sleeveless. Otherwise, with this wrapper, this one we call the India, you could have tied it too, which I showed you the other piece. So you have the long one sitting at the base and the second one sitting over it, but then you can wear a regular nice beautiful beaded top, and this will not be part of it. So if that's a bit difficult to connect with, then maybe another day I'll do a video for that. But I have to be asked, like if you really want to see something like that, and I get a lot of inquiries about that, then I will do it. But the whole idea is just this fabric, which is one of the really expensive one, and this was the biggest thing for me today, showing you this. And then that beautiful hat that I wore, which is one of my favorite things. You rarely see that hat around, and when I saw it I was really excited because I've always loved to wear this and that hat. So that's what we've done today. So now I'm gonna get my brooch and put on this, and I'll take some lovely pictures and show you what it looks like, and then I look forward to hearing from you. But then obviously I'll talk to you when I finish putting the brooch on. Okay, so we got the brooch in now, sitting firmly in place. Now remember, because your head tie is gone really firmly on your head, sometimes it's really tight for you to try and put that brooch on by yourself. So you can always get someone to help you put it in, and then you decide where you want it to be. So it could have been straight on my forehead or on this side or where it is right now. So that's all of it in place, and now I've got my rings on. Again, you can decide how many rings you want to put on. And now I've got just the coral beads as my bangle, so I remove the other one. I love that look a lot. And so now I'm ready to take my pictures. But before I do that, thank you so much for watching this video. Stay in touch with me if you want more information on what I've got on, and if you wanted to. By the way, the beads and all the corals that's been done is done by my sister, and she's based in Nigeria, so I can always order any of this thing in, because she's very extremely brilliant at doing this. She's they call them beaders. They bead a lot of things, the earrings, the necklace, the rings. They can do all kinds of things, and now they do shoes, bags, and you name it, and they can do it. So especially for coral, that is a lot of work, but it's one of those things that I love working with. It's one of my absolutely favorite things in the culture of fashion. Coral beads, you don't get them anywhere that easily, and original ones are so hard to find. So thank you for watching, and stay in touch with me. Let me know if there's anything you want at all in this range of things that we're bringing across to you. We are more than happy to help. So the email address, joy@worldofbraiding.com. Oh, I got another email, joyfido@hotmail.com. And if you go and visit my page on Facebook, African Couture Fashion, you get to see all these images. I've got so many images we've been doing over time And I get people asking me, please, I wanted to see that image, I wanted to see this other image. They're all there. I just put them there for you to, you know, use them for whatever purpose it will help you with. We're here to help. So stay in touch with us. Like I've said, Instagram is Joy Fido, then I got Water Braiding, but for the fashion I just stick with the Joy Fido. On Facebook there's Joy Fido, and then there's African Couture Fashion. And then you can also contact me by LinkedIn, which I tend to put most of these videos in there as well. So I hope to see you in the next video when I show you more collection of mine.
I was feeling so sad because I was all alone. Was so bad. And there she goes. She touched my heart and said,